Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. As you can see, I'm with my family, so I'm in Brooklyn. And initially I was gonna do a vlog for this weekend, but yesterday was just a good relaxing time with my mother, and we went shopping. So I did bookstore and fabric and this other store. So I'm gonna show you all of that. But before that, let's talk about what I'm reading. So I'm currently reading Hold You Down, and this is by Tracy Brown. I've never read anything else from her that I can remember. I am familiar with her name, but I don't recall ever reading anything else from her. But this is a book that at first I thought was going to be like a hood book based on the subject matter, but it's not. But it is set in the urban area of Staten Island, and this is set in the 1980s and early 90s. And this is a story that is very much, it's a heartbreaking story, but it's a story that's very much known in terms of certain things that you would expect from people living in poverty and the length they have to go through to survive. But this is following two sisters who were raised by their grandmother, because the mother went through a heartbreak and just lost her way and never really protected her daughters, but the grandmother raised them. And what you get in this is you have one sister who has this ambition of opening up her whole restaurant and is willing to do work her butt off the way that most normal people would to get that. You have another sister who's tired of the poverty, tired of not being able to take care of herself. They both have a son. The son are a year apart, so they grew up together more like brothers than cousins. And so they share the bonding with taking care of their son together, and very close, because that's like all the family they have. But what you have now is the sister who wanted it all and was willing to do illegal things to get it. And this particular thing destroys, and you see the cycle of destruction from that one sister's mistake. And so this book follows the early days of the crack epidemic in New York City. This is the early days when it became a real problem in communities, and what it did to people. But it's written in a way where you're not, it's urban in terms of the what's happening, but the story, how she writes it, it comes off like a family who's just dealing with crisis and how are they getting through it. And then you also, the book is separated in parts, so I'm on the second part where now the boys are getting older and how they are getting caught up in the cycle of things that plague this family. And so it's a sad book to me, but it's just well written that I feel like it gives like an inside take of some of the things that we are aware of from history, from the past. And there's that nostalgic moment of adding the scenery of being in the 80s, where the music are that they've mentioned in this, and certain things that were happening in New York City in this as well. So I'm going to continue. I don't have much to go, guys. It's just literally, this is all I have left. So I'm going to finish it up. It's a very really family tale of, and then you understand certain things if you're from this area. You just think of certain things that's happening, and you understand it very well by reading this. So I went to the new Barnes & Noble bookstore that's on Atlantic. So if you are from Brooklyn, the one on Court Street, they closed it a few months now, and they moved their location to Atlantic, which I'm not surprised, because the movie theater was right there, and that movie theater was shut down. So I'm assuming they're probably going to build more condos. If you're in the New York, Brooklyn area, you know how frustrated it is that they keep building these high-rise condos that makes no sense in the location, and then the people that from the community can't even afford it. And if you could afford it, why would you want to live in that area? It's a lot of questions and a lot of nonsense that's happening, but it's part of the housing, and it's part of politics as we know it. So anyway, so when I went into that bookstore, I thought it was nice in terms of it's bright. There's a lot of light. So I've put some footage of me in there, and the light makes it nicer. Not only that, I think it felt like they copied McNabb. McNabb? I think that's the one that's in Atlantic Mall, because the way that they were able to organize, they did not have it like that to me in the old location. The old location, yes, they had signs of telling you to which area these books, you know, like different genres or whatever, but it was very old school looking. This reminded me of that other bookstore, but it was nicely how they have it decked out. I literally felt like I was in McNabb. McNabb? I think that's the name of the bookstore. I'll put it here. But it just felt like whoever did that their bookstore was from that location as well. It was very interesting and strange, but I did like it. And I like that I was able to like just look at categories and be able to like, if I want a certain kind of classic is there. They had a specialty classic area, which I was super excited about, because the books there was gorgeous. Like if I had money to spend like that, I would have gotten more stuff. So I only picked up 4 books. I was a good girl. 4 books. So the first book I picked up was a classic, and this is John Steinbeck of Mice and Men, and it's a short one. You guys know I have been loving John Steinbeck. I think I've read now, it's only 2 books? I think it's only 2 books. This might be my 3rd, if not my 4th book, but it's short, so it's definitely going to get read. Then I picked up this book. Look at the cover, guys. Look at this gorgeous. They had so many classics that had special covers. Look at the spine. Oh, special covers. And I was just like tempted to get all of Jane Austen all over again, because you know how much I love Jane Austen, and I have every single one of her books, including her short story collection. So I thought to myself that I was going to and I said, no, let me just get books that I've not read yet that I want to read, and maybe in the future I can see if I can get like the box set of that book, because those covers was absolutely stunning. They have different kind of specialty cover, but so this one is Little Women. Now I've never read the book. I've seen probably every adaptation of this book in a movie form. My favorite will always be the first one that was done in color, and I love that movie. I think I've watched that movie so many times as a kid, and even as an adult. There are some modern ones that people love more, not me. I don't like the one that came out in the 90s. It didn't do anything for me. I still like the classic version of this book, and I love the storyline. Now granted, they may have changed it from the book, because you know how they've been doing the classic lately, just chopping up the classics. But I'm gonna read this, but look how tiny it looks. And at first I was like, is this the edited version? And it's not. It's just how it is. The font is small, but I don't think it's as small as Cousin Bet. Cousin Bet is on another level, but the font is small. But I just think, look how small this thing is. Like, look. This is just gonna go straight in my bag, and I can travel with it when I'm ready to read it. So here's why I got this. One, I did want to read this. I've been thinking about it, but I got it because of this book. This is Oprah's newest book, Hello Beautiful, and it said it's an homage to this book. So I said, okay, it's gonna give me that, and yeah. It literally said that on here. So I said to myself, all right, I'm gonna pick this up and read it, but I'm gonna read this first and then read this, because I think I want to see where the inspiration comes from, or why the author loved this book so much that somehow it's not the same, of course, but it's, I guess, a homage, so we'll see how that work out. But I'm gonna read this first, and I'm glad it's not that long. And then I'll read this. So this is gonna be like my late spring summer kind of project. The last book I got was Decent People. This is the second book for what is the book again? In the West Mill. This is a book, one of my favorite book of the year. I think it made my top 10 maybe 3 years ago. It has to be. You know why? Because I I missed his presentation at the Brooklyn Book Festival right before COVID. So I think this is 2019 that the first book came out. This is the follow-up, which is in the same community but following different character. I didn't really read much on what it is, who it is following, but I was like, I'm gonna like it. I just know I'm going to like it because if it's in that same community, because I really love In the West Mill. So I'm gonna read this as well very soon. Very soon this is gonna be read. And that's all the books I got. Then I went into this other store to get a scarf, initially for my mother, because it was a little windy and she wanted a scarf. So she was like, you know, let's get a scarf. We did not know that they were going to have some really nice scarves in this particular place. And we know some of these scarves are really inspired by the real deal, which is the Hermes. But anybody paying no $500 for a scarf. So anyway, I got this one first. Let's hope it can show up on the camera. I should have bought my mother's one too, but, so you can see what she has. But we all had different scarves, but this is one and it's really big, and I love that I will be able to wear it on my head, and if I want, it could literally wear as a scarf. So I got the two, and then the other one is really, really pretty. So this one I love because it's just give me that a denim outfit, and I could throw this on. I hope it's showing up really good on camera. But it's just so pretty. But I would definitely style them and wear them for spring, of course. Again, on my head or throw it around my neck and wear it as a scarf. So I wish I had a different one because, guys, this dress, remember I told you the cleavage is low? It's low. It's low. Because I'm like already adjusting myself, because this dress it's sexy, and it looked like when I showed you what it looked like on the mannequin. So watch a previous video where I show you what it looked like on the mannequin. Yeah. So then let me put this away. I went to get fabric because I need to make my mom's jacket, and I have some other sewing project I want to do. And this place has more of the kind of material that I'm looking for versus home. So yeah, so I got, they didn't have any linen, unfortunately. So I got this heavy duty cotton, white cotton, that I'm going to use to make my mom's jacket. So it's similar to the black jacket that I made, but this is going to be for her. So I got about 3 yards. So I have enough to play with because my mother lost a lot of weight. I let her try my jacket and it was swimming in it. She was swimming in it. So she's at least 2 sizes lower. She still have bust, but the little lower. So I have to do some measurements on her. Then I got this pink, guys. I'm envisioning, let me speak, a jumpsuit. So I want to make a jumpsuit with this, and what I love about this, it is cotton, but the way it feels and flow, it's gonna be nice to walk in. And so I was here for this one. Then I got some poplin. So this is also going to be nice for a dress. So I want to make a wrap dress with this, not like what I have on, a different kind of wrap dress. And this is what I tend to make with this one. This one is also going to be a jumpsuit. I'm probably, I don't know if I think I might have regretted not getting another yard of this, because I really want to make a jumpsuit with this, but I think I might end up just making a pants. I don't know if I'm going to have enough for a top unless I make a sleeveless top. If it's a sleeveless top, then I should be fine. But I don't wear a lot of sleeveless top. I like at least a short little sleeve situation. So I might have to do something to have some kind of short sleeve, because I really doubt this is enough fabric. Regret that. And I don't have time to go back and get another yard. And then this one is black, and this one I also want to use for a two-piece pantsuit. So I have enough. This is 4 yards, so I definitely will be able to make a two-piece pantsuit with this. But it's going to be a little different. I'm not sure how I'm doing it yet, so I'm looking for the right pattern for this one. And that's it. I did really good as far as the pattern and as far as projects that I am working on for spring and summer. So yeah guys, that is all I have going on right now. I ate and I feel like I need to eat again because I'm still kind of hungry. And then we're gonna go out, but I'm rethinking this dress for where we're going because it is heavy on the cleavage side. So alright guys, let me know if you've read any of the books that I show you. If you also have read this one, how you felt. Most likely by the time this video comes out on Tuesday, this will be done already. Yeah, and then I'll see what I will read next. So yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.